I'm Shruti Parashar. I welcome you to my channel Biology 360. Today, I'm going to discuss the topic connective tissue. So, as we start with the discussion about the connective tissue, let us first discuss what exactly is a tissue. A tissue is a group of cells of similar origin to perform a specific function. And when we do the microscopic study of the tissues and of the different organs, it is known as histology. So in today's lecture, I'm discussing connective tissue with you. The connective tissue, it arises from mesoderm germ layer. So it's a very important point. You must know that the connective tissue arises from mesoderm germ layer. Many times you get multiple choice question on this point. Connective tissue performs special function of linking and supporting other tissues or organs of the body. So that's why the name connective, because this tissue, it links the different tissues, the different organs of the body. And at the same time, it also provides support to our body organs. Examples of connective tissue: cartilage, bone, adipose tissue, and blood as well. In all connective tissues except blood, the cells secrete fibers of structural proteins called collagen or elastin. The fibers provide strength, elasticity, and flexibility to the tissue. So in the connective tissue, there are certain cells, and these cells, they secrete fibers. The fibers are made up of either collagen protein or elastin protein. And the fibers, they provide strength, elasticity, and flexibility to the tissue. Cells also secrete modified polysaccharides which accumulate between cells and fibers and act as matrix or ground substance. Connective tissue are classified into three types. Number 1, loose connective tissue. Number 2, dense connective tissue. And number 3, specialized connective tissue. So we have three different types of connective tissue in our body: loose connective tissue, dense connective tissue, and specialized connective tissue. Loose connective tissue has cells and fibers loosely arranged in a semi-fluid ground substance. Example: areolar connective tissue present beneath the skin. So below our skin, we have areolar connective tissue. And this areolar connective tissue is a type of loose connective tissue. Now it is called loose connective tissue because the cells and the fibers present in this tissue, they are very loosely arranged. There is no compact arrangement. It serves as a support framework for epithelium. So loose connective tissue, it gives support framework for the epithelial tissue. It contains fibroblasts, macrophages, and mast cells. Adipose tissue is another type of loose connective tissue located mainly beneath the skin. So the second type of loose connective tissue in our body is the adipose tissue. Now what is the important characteristic feature of adipose tissue? Is that the cells of this tissue are specialized to store fats. So in the adipose tissue, storage of fats occur. The excess of nutrients which are not used immediately are converted into fats and are stored in this tissue. So this is the picture of a loose connective tissue. As mentioned earlier, there are two types of loose connective tissue: areolar tissue and adipose tissue. In the areolar tissue, we see different types of cells. We see macrophages, we see fibroblast cells, then we also see mast cells, and we also see collagen fibers. So these are the different types of cells that we see in the areolar tissue. In the adipose tissue, we see a fat storage area. Yes. So in the fat storage area, storage of fat happens. Many times students get the question to draw a well-labeled diagram of loose connective tissue. So these diagrams will be very helpful for you in the exams. Fibers and fibroblasts are compactly packed in the dense connective tissue. The next type of connective tissue that we have in our body is the dense connective tissue. Now it is called dense because the fibers and fibroblasts, they are very compactly packed in this type of tissue. Orientation of fibers show a regular or irregular pattern and are called dense regular and dense irregular tissues. So depending upon the arrangement of fibers, as mentioned earlier, collagen fibers and elastin fibers. So depending upon their orientation, we have different types of dense connective tissue, such as dense regular and dense irregular tissue. I will be showing dense regular and dense irregular tissue in the next slide. In the dense regular connective tissue, the collagen fibers are present in rows between many parallel bundles of fibers. Example, tendons. So tendons is the example for dense regular connective tissue. Dense irregular connective tissue has fibroblast and many fibers, mostly collagen, that are oriented differently. This tissue is present in the skin. Cartilage, bones, and blood are various types of specialized connective tissue. So this is the picture that shows the three different types of dense connective tissue. So in the first picture, there is dense regular connective tissue. Dense regular connective tissue in a tendon from the triceps muscle. So as we can see in this picture, that the collagen fiber and the fibroblast nuclei, they are arranged in a regular pattern, in a proper pattern. In the second diagram, we see dense irregular connective tissue from the dermis. So the collagen fiber and the fibroblast cells, they are not arranged in a specific manner. They are arranged irregularly. Therefore, the tissue is called dense irregular connective tissue. Third diagram is about the elastic tissue from a ligament between vertebrae. Cartilage. The intercellular material of cartilage is solid and pliable and resists compression. So cartilage is a type of specialized connective tissue in the body, and it's a very strong tissue. It resists compression. Cells of this tissue, that is chondrocytes, are enclosed in small cavities within the matrix secreted by them. So the cells of cartilage tissue is called chondrocytes, and these chondrocytes, they are enclosed in small cavities. Cartilage is present in the tip of nose, outer ear joints, between adjacent bones of the vertebral column, limbs and hands in adults. So these are the different specialized connective tissue in our body. In figure A, we see the cartilage. Cartilage cells are chondrocytes. They are enclosed in a special region. We see the collagen fibers. B diagram is of a bone. Bone is also a specialized connective tissue in our body. Bone cells are called osteocytes. And third diagram is about blood. We find different types of blood cells like RBCs, WBCs and platelets. So these are the three important specialized connective tissue. Bones have a hard and non-pliable ground substance rich in calcium salts and collagen fibers, which give bone its strength. So in the bone, we see large number of collagen fibers, and these collagen fibers, it gives strength to the bone. Formation of bone is called as osteogenesis. And here I have mentioned the word non-pliable. Non-pliable means it does not bend easily. It is very strong. Bones are very strong. They do not bend easily. It is the main tissue that provides structural frame to the body. Bones support and protect softer tissues and organs. The bone cells, that is osteocytes, are present in the spaces called lacunae. The bone marrow in some bones is the site of production of blood cells. So in the bone, we find bone marrow, and in the bone marrow, production of RBCs, WBCs, platelets occurs. Moving on to the next specialized connective tissue, and that is blood. Blood is a fluid connective tissue containing plasma, red blood cells, white blood cells and platelets. RBCs, they mainly help in transport of respiratory gases. WBCs, they provide us immunity, and platelets, they help in blood clotting. It is the main circulating fluid that helps in the transport of various substances.